It's July 19th, 2022. To say something without saying something. I caught wind of this eyewitness news, the ABC. Um, County Executive Blakeman, which is Nassau County's executive, um, is speaking on this MTA for the L.I.R.R. He's at a podium. He has this little thing that he says about what MTA came out and said last week, which I thought very interesting because the piece is on the M3. Now at the World Gym, the M3 has significance for me. I just had a regular 3, and then there was an M3. So I'm like, But then there's this mention of mothballs, which I don't know what that means, other than in relation to a cedar closet. Big on Long Island at someone's house. It was, do you have a cedar closet or do you have one of those bags that hang with these little mothballs in it that you put in the closet? Which, I mean, again, it says that it's taking mothballs, cars from the 1980s and thinking of putting them back in service. I'm intrigued. Like, really. Um, I don't know why they wouldn't have been in service, but if it was what worked in the 1980s, why did it ever stop? So, I thought that really interesting. And the talk is on the future service controversy of the MTA and the L.I.R.R. I'm still wearing my Roosevelt looking ears for Express Genetics, and I saw on his collar, President Teddy Roosevelt had a USV at some point. And again, I bear the RH negative special whatever. I thought at some point I learned that, like, I know, I don't know the difference between infantry, cavalry, but I know at infirmary level that if you hang the wrong blood, you will kill someone that has the special tags of RH negative, which is why usually they're whatever and whatever, whatever. But um, that I remember from A Hole in Time and Space. It's hard. It's like at Panthera Leo, I'm like, right, there's the Pant, Pant, and then there's Hera, Hera. And I don't know what the linguistical prowess is because I don't have a story, just like I don't have the actual story or translation of Hela and Ragnarok on my person, or a scholar or a historian that I could ask what facts they learned. Um, but Panthera Leo is incredibly important in astrological. And today I was on, when I found that flag that changed from Afghanistan to something more significant of what's behind the flag, which are the doctors, the nurses, the EMT or the EMS, and the important roles that put whatever that is out there next to the U.S. flag on Northern Boulevard. Um, when I was going by that today, it's just interesting how to see these symbols change and not know why, and not know who to ask why, or again, I don't know. I also, there's something there's a name that comes on tonight, which I'm not going to call out, but it has a very the second name has somebody was sent to me again in like the 6 degrees of separation from the Bacon Project, or whatever they're up to. And I know how it's a tie-in. When I hear it, I can explain it if I have to, which at the moment I don't feel I do. But more importantly, the World Gym and the M3 is one of the most significant details that I can read through tonight on this news for cohesiveness of something that's being whatever.
There is some controversy tonight over proposed schedule changes for the Long Island Railroad, specifically when it extends service to the east side of Manhattan. That project, giving the L.I.R.R. passengers first ever service to Grand Central Terminal, will be completed come December. But some residents in Port Washington say that while there may be more trains, it will actually take them more time to get in and out of New York City. Not exactly the MTA's goal here. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Johnny Fernandez.
Great Neck, Long Island is a getaway from the hustle and bustle of New York City and an ideal home for commuters. And a recent MTA proposal has many Nassau County leaders and commuters outraged.
Stop ignoring us in Nassau County. Our voices must be heard.
The proposal will eliminate peak hour express trains on the Port Washington branch of the Long Island Railroad. The MTA says that the change will help with service for the Grand Central Madison East Side access, and M3 railroad cars will be used.
Just the other day, the MTA stated that they were taking railroad cars out of mothballs from the 1980s. Railroad cars that are almost 50 years old. And they're putting them back into service. Why? Mismanagement.
The MTA says the use of M3 railroad cars are safe, used on Metro North, and are maintained for service. Up to 11% of the overall L.I.R.R. fleet will use M3 railroad cars beginning August 1st. The new proposal could add up to...
That's at Port Washington branch, just to be clear.
to 8 minutes to a rider's commute, and riders say they're not happy about that.
I'm not sure I would even live here had the commute times been that long when I was first shopping for a home.
The MTA says the multi-billion-dollar investment on the L.I.R.R. will increase overall service by 40% and provide Long Islanders more travel options and improve time performance. But back on Long Island, leaders and commuters just want a fair agreement.
Taking the train for, a week back and forth and then look at how many people are coming on and off. You don't want to screw that up for everyone else.
In Great Neck, Long Island, Johnny Fernandez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
A mounted NYPD officer galloping into action to...
So I thought that was really interesting when I saw this M3 at World Gym Relevant. But at like a GYM. I don't know about like a JIM. I don't want to get confused. It's star 1978, star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, it's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.